All right, guys, we're back with another edition of Talking Preps. We've heard a lot from administrators and coaches during this pandemic. We haven't heard a lot from kids. And I was wanting to get a cross section, 5 kids from different sports to talk about the seasons they've missed. And we picked up 5 kids from across the observer area to talk about losing seasons. This has been a lost season. And, first we'll start out with Michaela, who's from Vance High School. You guys qualified for the state championship, Michaela, and then you find out you can't play it. And I know they eventually named you co-state champions, but what's it like not being able to play the game you worked so hard to get to? That's a dream game.
Of course we wanted to play, but we didn't want to risk we didn't want to risk the people getting sick.
Was it hard though not to play that game?
Can you say it again?
I said, was it hard not to play that game?
Yes, very hard. We wanted to finish off the season very strong with a big W over Southeast Raleigh.
Yeah. What was it like when they told you were co-champions? Did you like that, or was it still kind of a letdown? I know those rings are going to fit the same, but is it kind of a letdown you didn't get the chance to play that game?
Yes, very.
What was the feeling like for you?
Us still getting a ring is pretty big, but we really wanted to play Southeast Raleigh.
Yeah.
Earn the ring instead of just being given.
What would have happened in that game?
I can't really tell you that because we might end up playing them again next year in the state championship.
Yeah. And Megan, your season, Megan McHugh Huff High School, you guys were going to be a state championship favorite this year. You played, 4 or 5 games? They didn't take you off the field? I mean, what's that like?
It's definitely tough because at Huff, specifically, like girls on all the sports teams, like we're all so close. And so we all like truly believe that we were going to go far. And just our chemistry and everything, it was hard to think that we didn't have that chance kind of thing.
What's been the toughest part of this sitting at home?
I think going from everything and having such a rigorous schedule to just nothing, it's kind of takes you back. And honestly, like boredom is a whole new level because I'm not working out and being with my friends and my teammates 24/7. I'm not kind of going out and building that team chemistry. I'm just kind of stuck at home.
Yeah. And Jack, baseball. Providence baseball is like religion. And, you guys are going to chase another state championship. You got my man Danny Hignite over there. We did a story this week about him taking care of the fields. And you're done playing baseball, so this was your last chance to play, and you really don't get a senior night. You don't get a conference tournament. That's got to hurt. That's got to hit right in the heart. Tell me about it.
Yeah, well, in our last game, we tried to make it like a senior night so that we could all experience that. So we did that against East Meck, but it's really tough because this year we wanted it to be like our kind of, in my opinion, our like revenge year since we lost by 1 run last year in the 4th round of the state playoffs. And like we always have good chemistry every year on like each team. And so we really, us as seniors this year wanted to go after it since we were so close last year. But that was kind of it. It was really tough.
You didn't get a chance to beat up on Audrey Kell again.
No, I really wanted that. 10 running them last year was one of the best feelings I've ever had.
Yeah, that is one of the best rivalries, I think, in sports, the Providence Audrey Kell rivalry thing.
That's great.
Yeah. Gracie, you won 4 state titles, right?
Yes, sir, I did.
All right, and you had a chance to win another one in lacrosse this year. You guys are going to be heavily favored. Same question for the other people. When did you find out? What was that like?
Yeah, well, when we first found out that we couldn't play, it was just pretty heartbreaking because we already had 3 games under our belt, so it's pretty tough to play 3 games, get a taste of what our season could be like, and then just kind of have it cut short so abruptly. It just was really unfair way to end our season, and I feel like we really could have taken it all again like we did last year. So it was pretty disappointing and pretty sad to end like that.
Yeah. And then for Brand Reed, you've won 3 state titles in tennis. That's only been done by like a handful of guys. And I had this big plan. Jenna Thompson from South Mac won a fourth straight individual championship this year, and we were going to do this big riding with recruits with you and Jenna, and maybe try to get you guys on the court to let you guys play a little bit. And then your season's gone. You don't get a chance at not just a state championship. You don't get a chance at history. Tell me about that.
I mean, it's tough, but I mean, at this point, I've come to realize I can't go back and change anything. But at the time, I mean, it was kind of disturbing just that I didn't get the chance to do it. And overall, there wasn't really anyone that I think could have topped me this year. So, I mean, it's tough, but I mean, I just got to move on. Big thing.
Yeah. Now, you guys are all going off to college next year, and I know Michaela hasn't decided where she's going yet, but what do you guys think about your schoolmates, your teammates coming back next year? Would you guys be – I don't want to put words in your mouth. Would you guys be afraid to play sports next year? Would you want to play sports next year? Just tell me what you would think about going back to school next year trying to play. Anybody?
I mean, for me, most of you guys are playing contact sports, but since tennis is non-contact, I definitely want to be playing. I want to be playing tournaments right now and everything, since it's not a big threat to anything to be playing. But I mean, we'll see what happens when time comes.
Yeah. Well, Gracie, I mean, you're in more of a contact sport. What are your thoughts?
I think it's kind of tough to plan around what you're going to do with games and situations like that. And obviously, everyone's number one priority is to be safe. But at some point, I mean, we have to have sports come back. We have to have people competing, because I know that's been a huge part of my high school career. And I couldn't imagine going through high school without my sports teams and my friends alongside me. So, I mean, obviously safety is our number one priority, but I would really love to see sports in general come back really soon.
Yeah. Michaela, would you like to come back even if you couldn't play without fans?
Yes, of course. This would be big for me too, because I don't really have that many looks, so I can get more looks this year and go for another shot at the state championship, because we have a great team.
You do. Megan, same question, man. Would you feel comfortable coming back and playing next year?
I think so. I mean, anything to just get another season, get on the field, play, and keep doing the sport. I couldn't imagine not playing.
Yeah. And Jack, baseball's allowed to come back right now. I mean, what if the state said, hey, we're going to have another month of the season? I guess that wouldn't bother you.
No, I love that, actually, just to have one last ride with all my best buddies that are on the team, and to kind of finish out, I guess, my high school career, because I get that it's ending, and I've made that decision to end it in high school, but I still want one more ride with my guys, because we ended on a loss, or I mean we ended on a win that was a scheduled game, but I just wanted to really keep playing, and if we do get that chance, I mean I'd go for it.
Yeah. You guys not only missing your seasons, there's no prom, there's no graduation. Brand, what is that like? I mean, those are two big moments in high school, to have a prom and graduation, senior dance, all that kind of stuff. What's it like missing that stuff?
I mean, yeah, I wish it was happening. That was two things you're really looking forward to. At Newton Carver, we did have graduations, but it wasn't the same. You have a kind of a 10-minute time slot that you go across the stage and your family's watching you, but it's a limited amount of people, and you're not really around your classmates a whole lot. So, I mean, it was different. They did the best they could, but I'm definitely feel like I missed out on not having a normal graduation and prom as well.
Yeah. Megan, same question for you. What are your thoughts on that? Missing, all the stuff you guys missed outside of sports?
Again, I understand as to it had to be done. It had to be considered safety, but it definitely feels a little unfinished, kind of going through 3/4 years of high school kind of thing, and not getting to walk across the stage or kind of have those finishing memories with your classmates that you've been with for so long.
What is how do your friends take the whole COVID thing? Do you think they take it seriously? They think, I'm invincible, it can't affect me? Megan, what are your thoughts there?
That's a good question. So I think in the beginning it was definitely tough. People kind of pushed it aside and was like, it's not a big deal. We're young. We won't be affected as much as, say, other higher risk groups. But I think media has definitely like put a different scare and a higher level of intensity to it. So I think my generation is definitely so concentrated in media. They're like more aware of it.
Okay. Gracie, same question. I mean, do you think that your friends have taken COVID seriously, or do you think maybe they felt like this was more of an old people thing? It really doesn't affect us.
I think personally, like my friend group and my friends that I've surrounded myself with, try our best to those like social distance in parking lots together.
Yeah.
But there are some like there's people who, like they don't take it as seriously, and it's a decision that it's tough to make when you want to hang out with your friends and you don't want to miss out on all those like opportunities and experiences that normal like high schoolers in past have had. So it's a tough decision, but safety.
Okay. Jack, what are you going to remember from this whole season, the pandemic, being away from school, missing graduation? What are you going to kind of take from all this when you're looking back? Hopefully a year from now we have a vaccine and we're kind of back to normal.
I'll kind of look back on like, I mean, it's just like sad all around because, I mean, I really wanted to walk. That was one of the big things. Prom is like, I went to prom last year, so I guess it's okay. But I really wanted to walk because I kind of want to tell my kids about that, I guess, and kind of have a story. But I guess I'll have like a COVID class story. But yeah, it's kind of just depressing and sad all around that we can't like enjoy what like last year's or what normal high school graduates have enjoyed.
Yeah. And Michaela, you get to come back next season as a junior. I'm asking these guys about missing prom and things like that. How much more will those things mean to you knowing it was lost this year?
It would mean a lot more now that we have lost it and the class of 2020 couldn't experience this. So now that they couldn't experience it, I'll do it for them. Go next year for them because I wasn't planning on going.
Yeah. Your school won football and basketball state titles. I mean, what's kind of the mood like among your classmates? I'm sure they all want to get together and celebrate. They really can't right now.
Yeah, they want to do ceremonies and stuff like that.
When are the rings coming?
That's a good question. I don't know. They haven't. We're just doing fundraising and stuff right now. They haven't gave us a date that we're gonna.
Let's make sure we help out Vance with those rings. Guys, I really wanted to thank you guys for coming on. I just wanted to have a conversation, kind of get your thoughts about, what's been lost. Because like I said, we've been talking to, teachers and coaches and administrators, but we just hadn't heard very much from kids. And, this week, the State Association is going to try to make some decisions about where we go moving forward with sports. And, I was just curious, how do kids feel about moving forward with sports? And I think, you guys gave some insight with that today. But Gracie, I give you the last word. Tell me about just when you look back 10 years from now and you're thinking about your senior year of high school, what's going to stick out for you and what are you going to remember most?
Probably just my last game on the field and how everybody says like you have to play like it's your last game and how like that game really encompassed everything and how I really didn't know that it was my last game and that I had to play my best just because that's the last time I'll ever play with my high school team. So looking back, I would just tell like people to always play like it's your last game, even not in sports, just do everything to the best of your ability and can't really control everything.
Absolutely. I think that is really, really great advice. Play every game like it's your last one. Well, guys, look, thanks for joining us again on Talking Preps tonight. You guys have a great night, a great career moving forward. Good luck in college. Michaela, good luck next year. Hopefully we want to see you in the state championship game again next year with your team. I know Vance is going to be really good. So thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys.